So hi, this is a tutorial to show you how to use a micropipette. First of all, we have our micropipettes here. Uh, uh, you have a range of pipettes from 10 microliters to 10 millimeters, and like 4 of them in between 5 millimeters, 1 millimeter, 300 microliter, and 100 microliters. First of all, I want you to notice that each of the pipette has a color, and the color is an indicator of the tip you should use. For the 10 millimeter, you have the turquoise here. Same thing for the tips. Purple or violet for the 5 millimeters. The blue for the 1 millimeters, and you have the 2 yellows, these tips, and I don't have the tips for the gray 10 microliters. I have them over there. So I'm going to show you how to identify them. First of all, you have a good indication of the volume over there, and if I'm not mistaken, there's another here. Here's the range. So for the 300 microliters, you have a range of 30 to 300. For the 1 milliliter or 1000 microliters, you have a range of 100 to 1000 microliters. For the 5 milliliters, you have 0.5 to 5 milliliters. So the rule of thumb is 10% of the max volume equals to the minimum volume you can pipette with that. Alright, second thing I want to show you are these windows. So this is the 1000 microliters and the 300 microliters. So you see the range is 1000. So the first digit should be at max 1. So this is how you adjust it. You just turn the knob slowly, and be sure not to go over the max volume by a lot. Like, don't try to reach 1100 for this one, by example. If you go like this, that should be okay, but try to not go over the max volume. So 1000, and if you go the other way, so 100 is your minimum volume that you can pipette with this one. This one, you still have the 4 digits, but your max volume is 300. So the last one is a decimal. So that would be like this one would be 187.8 microliters. So you have a range of 30, so that would be 0300. And if you want 300, that would be 3000. All right. Okay. Each of the, like, all the pipettes are built the same way. So you have your piston here, and you have this button which, when you press on it, move this part, so it will allow you to eject the tip without touching it. So this is a knob for adjusting piston to sip the liquid in, and when you push on it, it will expel the liquid. So on the piston you have three positions. You have like the normal position, which is the up one. Then if you press on it, you will feel a first resistance around here, and then the third position is completely down, so you press a little bit harder and you will go down. So when you want to sip the liquid, you press on the button to the first resistance, you go in your liquid with the pipette, and then you release slowly the piston and the liquid will get sipped in. Then you move on to the next container you want to drop your liquid in, and then you press slowly on the piston and then push completely down to expel the whole thing. So I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. First of all, you need to put one of the tips. You open the box, take your pipette, press on it like this. So be sure to have the tip put. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I have some milky water in this one. I'm going to pipette, let's say 15 microliters. So I adjust by turning the knob. So I have my 50. Let's zoom out a little. Okay, so first of all I need to press on the button to the first resistance. I go in the liquid and then release the piston slowly. I have my volume over here. I move to the next container, then I press completely down and everything should be expelled. But if you see there's a little drop of water, I need to touch the sides of my container to get rid of it. So that way I'm sure I have my whole volume in the tube. So let's do this again. Press on the piston to the first resistance, move in the liquid, release the piston slowly. You have your volume, you go to the next container, you press completely down, and if there's a drop at the tip, then you need to touch the sides of your container. Sometimes if you press hard enough when you expel the liquid, this drop will just go out and you don't have to touch your tube like this. So I have my whole volume without having a drop. But if you have one, just touch the sides and move away from the drop and you should be okay. Once you're done, you want to get rid of the tip. So you will press on this button and there you go. You don't have your tip anymore. So I'm going to do the same thing but with another liquid. This is a detergent. It has this a higher viscosity than Millicue. It's like glycerol. I'm gonna use a larger pipette. Going to take a tip. Okay, so I press on the piston, go in the liquid, release slowly, and because the viscosity is higher, leave your tip a little bit longer so the pressure has time to equilibrate in the tip and this will give you the good volume. Otherwise, by the time the liquid gets in, if you go out too soon, then you won't have the good volume. But since it's a sticky liquid, you need to expel it slowly as well. And you will see kind of a film inside of the tip. So that's the remaining liquid, but if you give it time, it will fall to the tip again, and then you can expel it. Touch the sides, and you do that a couple more times. For this product, sometime I will try to rinse it with the liquid in the container I put my liquid on, and then just discard the tip to make sure I have the whole thing. But that's kind of up to you. So I'm going to show you one more time. Let's use this 100 microliters, and let's say we want 75 microliters. I'm gonna pick up my tip. Then I need to press on the piston to the first resistance, go in the liquid, release the piston slowly. I have my volume. I go over the container I want to drop my liquid in, press on the piston, and if I have a drop, I touch the sides. Otherwise, I don't have to do that. And I press on this button to release the tip, and then I'm done.